Okay, you can groom me, guys. UK anti-Islam activist jailed. Okay, is he jailed? I didn't know that. 18 months. What? Known by the pseudonym. No pseudonym. He's a British whatever the fuck is wrong with this guy. 11 days ago.
My activism.
My activist, whatever, dude. But let me see, Tommy Robinson. England has changed. England. I saw this video has changed. I was laughing. I think I put a comment too, laughing at them. London has changed. Barbally my last visit. Yeah, he was bitching and complaining. So I said, wait a minute. This is the same thing that y'all did to their lands. And what about the slave descendants? What about America? What about the natives? What about them? You did the same thing. You came just like how you say these people came here. There wasn't even hospitable. We was hospitable toward them, and they made a mess out of it and stuff like that. Oh, okay, that's China. It's not London. And all that type of stuff, and bitching and complaining about, we let you in here, and this is how you repay us. That's the same thing that you did with the Native Americans. So guess what? Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo. You got what you deserve. I live in London, was born and raised there, and now it's absolutely a shit pit. Why? Now it's an absolute shit pit. Why? Because other nations out there, that's the same thing that you did to them a few hundred years ago. Fuck all these devils, man. I am only staying here because of work. And fuck you. Once that time comes, you ain't gonna have no more. You're gonna work all right. You're gonna work all right. How about that? But once that time comes, your job is gonna fall. Vintage is gonna fall. The saddest part, this is a dumb Negro. The saddest part is this all had been done intentionally. Good that you know. To so many formerly iconic, beautiful cities all over the U.S. and so much of Europe and such much of whatever, man. I think I even commented this house Negro. I'm not sure. Anyway, so the point is that they're being screwed over right now, which is beautiful. All y'all deserve this. This is what y'all did and dished out upon the planet Earth, and now it's happening back to you. And you're complaining. Just take it like a man and walk the plank. Just walk the plank, man. As many as you did to the heathen nations. Look, you got Elam running amok in your lands. Think about it. If their land was so great, why the fuck would they be here? No, you robbed them. All their riches is here also. I remember this guy said, India man. Here. This guy, he came there. You have this female made of thing, but this from Vice. So the Edomites themselves are against y'all. This guy said it. This guy said it. Let me see something. Yeah, this guy is this guy, and I'll click on this one. This guy said it the faster. I just put the fast one. Give me this one.
Between 1765 and 1938, the British Isles stole $45 trillion pounds from India. 45 trillion sterling from India. We never got paid for that. When the British left India, when we threw the British out, our literacy rate was 13%. So much for several hundred years of so-called civilization. Meanwhile, our landscapes were destroyed. And then you left, and now you dare to condescend to us. You love lecturing us because you have a colonial mentality. Then there are colonial...
This is the same thing concerning the lions of Nahum chapter 2 verse 11. The lions, they used to feed off of other people. They used to break the prey in pieces and take what they have and everything. And they used to walk around proud and he couldn't do anything. There was old Edomites and you had young dudes scared of them. You know what I'm saying? Young dudes full in their full burst of strength and all testosterone or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? In the gym and all that strength. Well, back in the days, it was not actually really gym and stuff like that. They was just strong. But they would dare to trample on that old Edomite. They wouldn't dare.
Structures and institutions. You lend us money, and every time you lend us money, which is our money, every time the International Monetary Fund comes to our societies and they tell us, here's the money we are giving you. No, it's our money. You give us our money back as debt, and then you lecture us about how we should live. You want to lecture us. You want to tell us that we are responsible for all the problems because you never accept that you're the one principally to blame. Between
See, the heathen nations are waking up like, hey, what? They're going to start. These are the Carmanians. They are also going to start. And these are the ones, Carmanians too. They're going to butcher you, you Edomites. Yeah, there's many videos that you could just watch on YouTube and stuff like that. But I typed in like, how much does it take to, how long does it take to spend 1 trillion? $1 million an hour. No, that's not what I want. The Earth is not even 1 trillion seconds old, but I'm not looking for that. This is what I'm looking for. So just how much is a trillion? Okay, so if you go here, it says spending 1 million an hour non-stop for 24 hours a day. You wouldn't run out of 1 trillion in 411 years. Did you get that? So if you was to spend 1 million an hour 24/7, 365 days a year, you would not run out of 1 trillion even after 411 years. How many hours are in a year? 8,760. So 8,760 million a year. It would take you over 411 years. Let me see. This one. 476. Times what? 1 million? Oh, times what? No, 1 million. Times 1 million is of course this, and then times what 411. Here, I don't even know what it says right there. I don't know these numbers. I don't know what the fuck it is. Let me see. I don't even know what it is. What is this? How much is this? How much is this? I don't even know. Google don't even know. 6,000. Look, I could actually stop the video and try to figure it out, but I'm not gonna do that. What is this? What's this? This is 360 million. What? This is 3 billion, and this is what? What is this? What come after billion? Trillion? I don't know. What comes after billion? Yeah, are you gonna tell me or what? What comes after billion? I don't know. Oh, here. Oh, trillion. Oh, okay. So it says right here, what, 3 trillion? That's not, that wouldn't be good, right? Well, you can count it out for yourself, but I have never looked it up. But 1 trillion a year for 411 years. Okay. Basically, if you just count it, you will be a few hundred years. How many? Here, I have not counted actually. Let me see. This one. Type what? 300 or something. Let me see. 300 years. 300 years. Okay. Maybe 100 years then. Huh? Aren't you clicking no more? What? It doesn't click? Doesn't work anymore. Oh. Okay, and what times what? 50? Did I even corrected it right? Right, let me see. This one is like, this one is 1 year, right? Is it 1 year? Okay, I'm gonna have to do that on the side. But the point is that it takes a while for you to be able to spend 1 trillion, and they stole 45 trillion from India, and that's just what they documented. What about the offshore lines? I mean, they was selling Indian women too, right? They just stole mineral resources and stuff like that. And what about the trafficking that they had? You know, selling their females, selling their children, the Jeffrey Epstein status style. Anyway, going on. I'll do this offline because I'm confusing myself right over there. Anyway, that's what they did, right? They made money. They made money. Which is good because they're gonna swallow everything. They're not gonna swallow everything 100%. The Lord's gonna knock it out their stomach. Okay, so this happened already to the Assyrian Empire back then. Verse 31, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 31. Then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. Ishmael, he shall be like a wild, what? A wild man. Let me see here. Genesis 16:12, and he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. All those Shemites over there, and don't forget, Elam is a Shemite too. And a lot of them have Islam too, and they will get together, 100%. I'm going on back to over here. Where was I? Yeah, I think here. So yeah, that's that part, and I'm not even finished yet. That's only one sentence. Let me see if I'm done with this one. Okay, so going back to over here. So he's the dragon that is in the midst of the people. Esau is in the midst of the people nowadays. So that's talking about Esau and him being in the midst of the people. Okay. In that day, sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. So this is you can do this double fold. I'm gonna do the fold against them, and I'm gonna do the fold for Israel, because the chapter is named Israel to be delivered, right? So here you have the book of Isaiah chapter 5. What is this? Let me see something. No, oh no. Isaiah chapter 5. Isaiah chapter 5. Let me go to. Already read those. Oh yeah, here you have the word vagabond, of course, which is someone that is a wanderer. And here you have the word, where is it? Fugitive. You already know what a fugitive is. It's somebody that flees from justice. Esau has not been found. He's a criminal. Esau is a criminal. He's a vagabond. He's a criminal, and he's fleeing from justice. Originally denoting a criminal, a vagabond. Why? Because a vagabond doesn't stay in one place. Esau is the biggest criminal in existence upon the planet Earth. He steals. I showed you what he just stole. I showed you what he just stole. 45 trillion. I need to double count that again. I mean, the calculations and stuff like that probably didn't even do it good. But I need to check it. But anyway, let me see something. It's going on. So here you have Esau as a wanderer. He doesn't stay at home. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up in him is not upright. He's just evil. But the just shall live by his faith. Right? But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also he transgresseth by wine, because by his philosophies he transgresses. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. Death is always hungry, always eating, always somebody dying, always somebody being put in the grave, and in the earth. Hell is the earth. And he doesn't keep at home. He's always in other people's business, and lands and stuff like that, and cannot be satisfied. He has so much, and still he wants more. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, so that he can destroy them. and conform them to his mannerisms. That's why when a lot of people from the East go to America or England, their women start turning on them. Their family structures start fucking up because they start to take the traits of Esau, right? And that's how you destroy a nation, by making them like unto another. That is a wicked thing, you know. They wicked. If the nation is good like the nation of Israel, everybody's gonna be like us. They're gonna follow after our footsteps. Then the earth is gonna be good, peace and all that there. But if you go to a beast, a savage war criminal, yeah, always into war troubles and all that there, yeah, you're gonna be just like them. You know, you're gonna be just like them. But what was I looking for? Oh yeah, melting pot. America is that great melting pot. What does it say? Melting together with a common culture. Different elements, and in this case, different nations, melting together with a common culture. Just like back in the days of Rome. That's exactly what they're doing. The Romans and the Greeks were the only ones to really gather all nations upon themselves. Those are the Edomites, man. You know, this is what they're doing. Everybody and their mama get a citizenship in America because he wants you there. All the heathen nations all come together, you know. Well, these are the European nations and stuff like that. But still, you have you have this in America. Brazilianos, you have Chinese, you have Swedish, you have, everybody is there. The melting pot named America. Everybody is there. You got Hamites, Cushites, whatever they're Hamites. Japhetic people, Vietnamese and Thailand and all that type of stuff. The only one that I don't think you really have over there are Aboriginals from Australia. They're not really there, but they're mixed up. Some of them are mixed up with Esau and also with other Japhetic people, as they're like the Asiatic ones, and then they do come over here. You know, Polynesians are there too. Polynesian people. So basically everybody's there. That's the melting pot. But think about it. Why ain't they supporting and buying stuff in their own lands to make their economy go bigger? Because Esau fucks your land over and then makes you poor, and then you want to desire to come over here because your eyes is now big because all your riches is there. Every heathen nation, their riches is here. Every single individual one of them, from Australia to the point of Africa to to America. Everybody's to South America. I mean, everybody's stuff is there. Is in America here. Everybody their stuff is there. Their mineral resources is there, or here, or in Europe, where Esau is, or in Russia, where Esau is. You know, they're stealing. So, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? Yes, they will. Isaiah chapter 14, they will fight against him. And also, let me see, Isaiah 14 and Obadiah also. All that were confederate with thee have wounded thee. Let me get those things. Let me see here. Isaiah 14 and Obadiah 1, and also what was the other one that I just had in my head? It was So Isaiah 14 and all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp, your pride, is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, all the bullshit, all the noise that you making ruckus. You coming through, stomping straight out of the caves. You bossing people and stuff like that. All that bullshit is gonna stop. All the noise of thy vials, and the worm is spread under thee. The worm and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? This is talking about the ancient king of Babylon, but it's the modern day king of Babylon, Esau. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? He's the one that did that. He makes you weak, and then you're going to desire to come to his place. And then you're going to work there and make his workforce bigger and greater and make more money because he's going to tax you. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Gather unto himself all nations, heaping them, and also breaking their culture so that he can now destroy you even more. Because most people that grew up around Edomites, when they go back to their own country, they don't accept you as one of their own, actually. So now you're going to have another interclass war within your own nation. They're going to not like you. Like, you think he better because he went to school in America, motherfucker. Stuff like that. And you're going to look at them like you dumb because you didn't go to school in America. They're fighting. That's what they're doing. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7. All the men that were of thy confederates, see, that have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. But Esau doesn't know that the people that come over there that are in the melting pot thing, they're trying to get that money, trying to actually get out and stuff like that, trying to rise up on you. Look at England. They ain't there to live amongst y'all. They're there to establish their shit. Esau doesn't think like that because he's stupid. But he's cunning. But the people are getting enough of you. That's the point. Because back in the days, they wouldn't dare. Esau would kill everybody. And he did. But nowadays, the new generation, and by the way, they're turning into women, while the other heathen nations are turning into men, like lions, boars, and dragons and shit like that. They're going to get you, boy. There's none understanding in him. Oh, why are you racist against me? Why? Why are you racist? Why? Why do you hate white people? You don't remember what you did? They didn't. I didn't forget. They didn't forget neither, the heathen nations. The Jacob descendants didn't forget. Well, a lot of them actually did forget. And they forgot and forgive. They forgive and forgot. Yep. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to the book of Isaiah chapter 33 verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. They shall spoil you. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. I saw this movie, Furiosa. Sometimes I fantasize, Furiosa, Mad Max. And in this movie, the women were turned into sex slaves. So I start thinking, of course. And I'm thinking, I was thinking to myself, like, man, I don't know, that would be fun. You ain't gonna have no woman warrior walking around. I'm not gonna say too much. The thing is, you should know for yourself. You're not gonna have a woman stretching all her little skinny ass arms and talking about she gonna take heads and stuff like that. I'm looking at you like, but you gonna get pregnant. You gonna get pregnant. You gonna get pregnant against your will. How about that? I said it as nice as possible. I said it as friendly as possible, as non-offending as possible. You should think for yourself what I just said right there. But that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna have these tough warrior women. G.I. Jane, you looking all pretty and shit. You gonna get snuffed out. And not just you have all the women up on the planet Earth. They're gonna get snuffed out. So I saw this movie and I was thinking to myself, like, this is actually going to happen in the future to a certain degree, minus the cars rolling around the whole time. Cause where you get the oil from? Come on, man, that's just bullshit, man. You got these people running around in cars and stuff, like, all driving around, I should say. And where's the oil? You think Esau's gonna give you oil? You gonna walk. He's gonna shut it. He's already making 15-minute cities. You think you're gonna have oil? Really? He's trying to take away oil. 1984, the book, basically. He's gonna take stuff. You ain't gonna own nothing. So that's why I said, this is going to be the future, but not 100% like this, because ain't nobody going to have transportations to just go wherever you think that you finna feel going. No. You're staying in one place. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be locked up or locked in, meaning those 15-minute cities, you ain't getting out. So you're going to be locked up in jail, or you're going to be locked in the facilities that they choose for you. And of course, outside of that, you're gonna have other facilities and stuff like that. But those are, you're gonna have to be off the grid. You know, you're gonna have to start your own stuff, get your own food, get your own water, because Esau's not gonna be helping you. He's gonna be the dragon of the planet Earth, man, like a madman sparing none, right? And that series is funnily called Mad Max. Right. So going to over here, Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence. This is what they're doing with the heathen nations. This is what they do, what they did with the Jacob descendants. And even in their own lands, they still keep on robbing the Jacob descendants, right? And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. That's what they do in their own lands, in their own houses, in their physical individual own houses. They oppress them. The time from the corona thing, C19, nobody was allowed to go on the street. If you go, they fine you. So they lock you up in they made the whole world into a prison. See, you're locked up, but you ain't locked up. You're locked in. You're not locked up, but you're locked in. Yeah. And if you go on the street, they lock you up. How about that? The prisoners. That's what he does. All right? He did that with the world back then. He's doing it right now. And in the time of the corona, he did it again. He's continually doing it. Can you leave the land without a passport? Let me see you try. If you bought it, do it then. See what happens to you. You're locked in. You can't get out. You can try if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Just cross the border. Talk about, I'm free. I have my rights. Do it then. Micah chapter 2 verse, that will show you that you're a prisoner. Micah chapter 2 verse 3. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I am against this family. Behold. So what? Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family, and in this case is the family of Edom. But you had this, if you read the chapter, it's talking about them wicked jigs. It's them wicked jigs that was doing that against their own. But, just like the Heavenly Father said, the cursor shall come upon everyone that hated thee. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. Bye-bye. Now it's your turn to suffer by your own people. If you look at Ezra chapter 9 verse 2, on down, actually, not just 2, but Ezra chapter 9, you will see that it was the leaders of Israel that was pushing the rest of the Israelites. Go get him. Go make some mixed breeds. Go get him. Go get him, nigga. Go get him. They did that. They was the head spear doing that shit. Who is the head spear pushing the rest of the Edomites to do the here? Why do people push interracial dating so much? No, it's Esau does it, not people. Esau does that. Americans see more interracial commercials, like a relationship in advertising. Let me see here. The disappearing black couples in advertising, you don't see them really no more. Why? Because they want the Edomite male with the Jake female, and then they want the Jacob man with the Edomite female. They want them so like that. That's what they want. Yeah, that's what they're doing. You're not really gonna see an East Indian with a white chick, or East Indian like an Edomite male with a East Indian chick. You might see it. I actually saw one. But you're not going to see it as how you would see Jake all busted up, all dispersed in their commercials and stuff like that. They also don't put a Jake man with a Moabite female, like a Chinese or a Japanese. They don't do that because they're not really interested in that. They want you to be programmed to get that white chick. Get him. And then they could do this. What's the other one? Let me see. Satan statue. No, not that one. Here. Satan statue. What do you see? Look, on purpose, they're not going to show you the real picture from real good. They're not showing you that. This is a Jake. That's a Jake boy and an Edomite female. And then they revealed it, and then look at the afro hair. Now it's all perfect. But in the games, they can't make afro hair. In the movies, they don't want to show it. In the cartoons, they don't want to show it because most of the time you're lined up or you're bald in their cartoons. The Jakes are bald. Spider-Man hair here, Peter Parker hair. Peter Parker hair is not lined up. Never in the cartoons, in the comics, in the movies. Never is not lined up. But then you have Miles Morales, which he's Judah and his mother is Ephraim. That's funny. So anyway, what do they have his hair like? Lined up, or they give him this fucking this shitty ass haircut with blonde in his fucking hair or some bullshit like that. Lined up, all these bullshit. Here he's lined up again, all lined up. This is what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. You know. Here, the comics lined up. They always do that. Let me see here. John. Here they do it again. Here, another fucked up thing. With the side thing, bullshit. Here they have him again. Here with the fucked up thing here. Here they do it again. Here, oh yeah, I already show this one. And here they make him bald. Another one. This is another one again, making him bald. I can go on and on, but in the what's his name again? Luke Cage. Back in the days, he used to have an afro hair like this. This is the old model, but then recreated new with new colors. You can clearly see that. But here he had the afro and stuff like that. Always had the chain like a slave. And nowadays they put him like this. They put him in the cartoons and the comics like this, in the comics like this, and then of course the movie like this, or the series I should say. They're not gonna push the woolly hair because they hate it. They fucking hate it. They hate it so much the black females start hating it too. You know, it's all about perception. Because if everybody start loving it, then they're gonna start getting angry. Like, why do you cultural appropriation? You got straight hair. What are you talking about? You're the one appropriating to their shit. Yeah, but they're the leaders, so we follow after them. That's the dumb part. You know, you're the lower one. So if they're trying to follow you, what the fuck does that tell you? Can't you figure it out for your own? If these Edomites trying to get that hair, you know, which they call boxer braids, which is just cornrows anyway. If they're trying to get it, and then, you know, oh no, what's with Kim Kardashian? Whatever they call it, cultural appropriation, whatever. This one.